Good morning, Tube Ubers. I've got a little bit of a rant today. This is my wife's 2014 Chevrolet Captiva. Now, the rant is not about the car itself. It's a decent little car. It's got 131,000 miles on it. It's got the 2.4 liter Ecotec, which, according to a lot of people, is not the best motor. And I am finding out why. Now, I've owned this car since 2015. I bought it used, had 16,000 miles on it. This is the one where when I did the warning about extended warranties, this is the vehicle. Yesterday is the very first time in the entire time I've owned this car I've ever worked on it. I do not work on this car because I don't want to. And yesterday was the exact reason why. So I had to replace an evap solenoid. Easy enough to get to. It's hiding back there where that little red plug is. It's really an easy, simple fix once you've removed that banjo clamp, yanked this big monstrosity that isn't necessary at all by any means off the motor. You disconnect this and pop it off, and then you loosen the customary oil fill and pop the cover off, and it's right there in your face. Now, here's my complaint. This car, up until yesterday, has never been touched by me other than a headlight, replacement, and that's it. That's all I've ever done. I've never done, and I replaced the battery. Simple enough stuff. Not that I can't work on this car. I can. I have the OBD2. I have all that stuff. I just don't want to work on this car. So, I didn't have time to take it to a dealer. I needed to get the oil changed like now, and I needed to get this evap thing replaced because it was setting off the check engine light and not allowing the car to remote start. But here's my complaint, and this is my complaint to dealer mechanics, since this car's only been to dealers since I've had it because of the extended warranty thing. And then after that it was like, no, I just don't want to do this. And this is why. So I get into it yesterday and I go to replace the sensor. Now mind you, there's a piece that's broken here because I had to break it to get it apart. But this is the sensor that went bad, supposedly. But then I find this nightmare monstrosity on top of it. So somewhere in my car's life, a mechanic had broken this piece off that goes into that hose, and they glued it back together. So when you look at it, there went the glue. Oh well. But they had glued where they broke the pipe off. They'd glued all around this. It was inside the pipe, inside here. And see, it's still inside there. And mind you, it let air flow through it, but it was broken, like crazy broken. Which also meant that this little safety lock down here was glued in place, and I had to break that to get it off. Now mind you, I already had a new sensor, so I had to actually go in, cut a piece off, which I don't have out here anymore. Up there it is. I had to cut that piece off, which went into this piece, right there. They mate. Look at that, they match. Had to cut that piece off, go get silicone tape and vacuum line, and take an old vacuum, like a silicone vacuum cap, cut the end of it off, slide it over, slide the hose into it, and then tape it, and then just stick the hose on the piece I broke here, stick the hose into that. So far that seems to be working. Check engine light stayed off, car's running fantastic. So yeah, be very wary when working on a car for the first time what you might find if it's been a dealer thing. Also found out about the Ecotech 2 here. There is your oil cartridge. Now, I also found out the hard way yesterday. You are not getting that out unless you have this specific cute little tool. That was almost 20 bucks for basically what I'm hoping for me to be a one-time use tool. So this is just something for you mechanics out there. I'm not bagging on you guys. I'm not bagging on the dealer mechanics. I understand the idea is to, make as much money as possible by doing book time and doing it as fast as possible. But if you break something like that, either fix it correctly or let the customer know. I mean, come on, guys. This is BS. If somebody comes in here like me and can't get that fixed, that's an $80 line. I understand why they didn't want to fix it correctly, because it's an $80 line and I'm sure they had to order it, and well, they want this in and out of their shop as fast as possible. But damn, come on, have some pride in your work. So, again, I'm not bagging on you. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know which dealer did this, because it's been to 2 different dealers since I've had it. And I'm probably pretty sure it was the first dealer I had the warranty through that everything had to be done there. So, that's just my rant, guys. Professional mechanics out there, if you break that, let the customer know.